said we could have done that, but it would have got lighter and lighter, because the more that thing crimps, the lighter it gets. I do that too, you know.
So get me there.
Yeah, well,
My hip was-
There she is.
Oh, man. Sorry, you first one over there.
a real long breeze, but I was
See, you like my mama. Like my mama, you get hearing aids now, you need the hearing aids.
That didn't take long.
I know, right? Right.
Probably had for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen this one. I count the wheel up. And then I come back in, then I put my feet on this. And I was like, it's this guy taking me out. So it's just been a long freaking night. I hope so. I pray so.
Bless you.
Renee, we're going to start with the Economic Development Authority.
Thank you. We're doing it. We're doing it. Smooth and- Turn it back again.
Good. Okay, we're live.
Very nice. Me too. Going out.
I'd like to call the City of Wagoner Economic Development Authority regular business meeting, February 2nd, 2026 at 6:03 PM. Have Mr. Neil King here from the Refuge to open us in prayer.
Father God, I thank you, Lord, first of all, for the city of Wagoner. Lord, many of us, you know, that this is our home. And Lord, I pray every person in this place knows that, Lord, you want the best for this town. So we pray, Lord, that you'll guide us tonight in wisdom. Help us, Lord, to come together in agreement. Lord, help us in our differences, that, Lord, we will still respect one another. Help us tonight, Lord, to bring glory to your name. We want Wagoner to be the best town it can be. And Lord, we ask that you'd guide us in that, lead us in that. We need your help. And I thank you for every person that's represented in this room tonight. You'd bless them, keep them, put your angels around them, bless their family, put your favor around them, Lord. Thank you for them. And lead these leaders tonight, these people who will be talking and discussing, lead them in truth and lead them in grace and mercy. And we thank you for it. In Jesus' name, amen.
Kelly?
salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 1, consider approval of minutes of January 5th, 2026.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
So made. Second.
Have a motion, Kevin made the motion, Anthony seconded. Please call roll.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wilson,
Abstain, I wasn't present.
Thomas.
Yes.
Item number 2, consider approval or denial of claims for January 2026 to include WIDA numbers 15 and 16 and WIDA Junction Project number 4.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
I'll make that motion to approve all claims.
Second?
Made by Butler, seconded by Hamilton. Please call roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Higginbotham,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Item number 3, consider ending the probation period on employee John Ferguson or take other action.
Okay, that would be with no change in salary. His salary is $45,000 per year. The effective date would be February 5th, 2026. And his original hire date was August 5th, 2025.
I thought it was 30,000.
$45,000.
Is that what you started with?
Yes, ma'am.
And it was August what?
5th, 2025.
Is that this for?
February 5th.
February 5th?
Yes, ma'am.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
So made. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Motion by Higginbotham, seconded by Nate. Please call roll.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
No.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Higginbotham,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wright,
No.
Item number 4, consider adoption of a resolution authorizing the donation of funds to the Wagoner Lions Club for lake views and barbecue, or take other action.
Ms. Medley.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for letting me come and present. I appreciate your time and support. I've also given you a packet of information. It gives you an overview of our last couple of years and what we've done for the economic impact in our area and the surrounding areas. And then I'll briefly address, we've also included an application which gives you kind of an overview of the different sponsorship levels that are in there. We've included our financials for your review, and you can see that once again this year we are in the black. We have definitely done very well. I spoke with GRDA and Sheldon Migaletto up there. I don't know if you guys have met him. He handles the new Placer AI report. I've included that for you guys to review to see what kind of activity that we've had during this event this year, 2025, and how it affected around us, so you'll be able to review that. And then I wanted to just briefly kind of touch on a couple points on my little overview letter that I gave you guys. Something was really amazing with our last year's event, and we've seen some tremendous growth during the last 3 or 4 years. And every year we've had the opportunity to increase and to continue to apply our, what we call SWOT, which all of you know what that is. We've gone over to figure out what are our strengths and what are our weaknesses. And one of the things that we did last year was really see the difference in doing a Kansas City, the KCBS barbecue, as compared to the Rib Association barbecue. And 3 weeks before our event last year, we ended up releasing, letting go KCBS because they became too much of quite demanding for things that we could not provide for them and unreasonable in that. We brought on the Rib Cook-Off Association and totally excelled at that. It was amazing. And it was really cool for us because that also saved us over $10,000 having that event as compared to having the KCBS event. So for us, it was exciting because once again, we're coming in to see how do we make the greatest impact for our county, our city, and our area, and bringing people in from the outside to see the greatness of what we have here and at our lake. Once again, we had people that commented that said, hey, we've not ever been out here. We didn't know this lake was out here. That was with the benefits that we've had with the radio advertising that we've partnered with Griffin. They've been most kind. And because we're nonprofit, we do get a lot of little bonus things that they suggest and help us out with. With that, I wanted to also share that even though we had torrential rains last year and we were rained out, within the first 90 minutes, we sold over 200 kits. So it was quite an amazing turnaround for that. This has caused us to look again inside and start looking at who else can we partner with to help this grow and grow bigger outside of Wagoner. We're partnering this year with T. Johnny's, which is in Coweta. Has everybody eaten at T. Johnny's? Amazing, right? So what we're going to do this year, instead of the People's Choice, which has been a struggle for us to get backyard teams, is we're doing a gumbo festival. And we're partnering with him, and this will be really exciting because the week after we do ours, they have their crawfish bowl. So with the advertising and the things that they're already doing, we're partnering with that to draw a greater crowd. So we anticipate, we've already have gumbo contestant entries that we've never had backyard entries this early in the game. So that's going to be exciting for us. And our car show was an amazing success for our first year. We had 17 entries. And already people are signing up to enter into the car show, which is there at the park near the basketball court, tennis courts area over there. So with that, I would love to continue the partnership and strengthen the partnership with the city of Wagoner. And I am here requesting a financial donation of $10,000 for our event. Just get right down to it, right?
Did the county give anything this year?
The county did not give anything this year. The county,
What was the reason?
the reason that I have been given was if we give to you again, then we're going to have to give to more and more other people, and they felt that that wasn't best for whatever reason. And that's the only reason I got.
What was that, what's been the average attendance?
The average attendance is, we had over 900 at this one before the rains. The year before was 1,200, and it continues to go up from there. We're really big on advertising with the radio, and you guys are plugging into that radio advertising as a partner, and that has definitely changed the whole dynamic of bringing people into the event. We're really excited by partnering with T. Johnny's because they bring a whole new client, and the gumbo is just so much easier for people to compete with, so.
We don't have 10,000 in that budget. What did we say we gave last year, 2,000?
2.
Yeah, the only other thing we do give to, similar to this, is we pay for $400 for the Martin Luther King insurance, and then we partner with the chamber for the Summerfest.
And not to be mean or anything, but our numbers the last few years from the placer was better than Summerfest. That was free.
Let me ask this too. So we know this is coming every year. Can we start putting this in the budget?
We absolutely could.
I mean, 'cause we obviously
And-
know that we're gonna probably do something here.
And we do have some funds. We
Right.
just don't have 10,000
Right,
left
right.
in there. And I don't think we were able to get that to where we wanted to last year because they're not drawing in the same amount that Public Works and the city are drawing in. Well, what do we have in there? 9,600. Yeah.
I just, whenever we do budget again, I'd like to see, this kind of budget.
I think we did bring it up in budget. I think we talked about several things. It was just, we didn't have the numbers there to where we needed to be.
Sure.
And I mean, I would probably urge the council not to give it all, just in case we don't know what else may come up in the future. I mean, this is the rest of the fiscal year. So,
What do you need from me to give to you to be considered for the budget? Do I need to
we-
send something earlier to you?
no, we just
or-
discuss it in our budget meetings. And I'm almost positive we did. We discussed everything we did. I'm positive we did.
Did a lump sum of 10,
Yeah.
excluding what we put up for
And that's something that, you know, we do have to stick in our back pocket too, is some, fireworks have went up. So, we gotta be careful on really trying to save some money.
When do you need an answer by? Next 10 minutes?
I'd love it in 10 minutes. What kind of time frame do you guys need to get back to me?
Only reason I say that is just to give us.
To move things along and you guys can visit?
Kind of crunch some numbers and,
Sure.
I don't know. Maybe
I
you already have, and I just, I don't.
think we have,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
okay,
And that's taken out in the Summerfest meeting.
Let's
It's
take-
still
okay,
already paying for the Martin Luther King insurance.
okay, so that 9,600 after we did all that?
After Summerfest and MLK.
Okay.
That's through June 30.
And the county economic gave 15,000 last year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anybody else that has cut back a little bit that might need?
GRDA has committed 1,500 again this year,
Okay.
and we've begun, I'm waiting on a few callbacks for some of the other larger donors. And then we do a lot of the smaller donors, as you see there, and that is for specialty, a little advertising, sponsoring some of the gumbo, actually it'll be gumbo this year, vendors or contestants. And so instead of a campsite that we had last year with the signs, we utilize the signs and do it in front of each of the contestants to give people extra advertising. And then when you come into the park, each of the larger people that are donors, we have big signs when you come into the park, and they go up on Thursday. So everyone sees all of the big donors, they see the city sign, GRDAs, they see everything coming in and out of the whole event. And then we have, on the back, you'll see in the application, the different levels of sponsorship. And so with that, you'll also, depending on the level of sponsorship, we'd love to have you guys have a team. Somebody make some gumbo. I'm sure somebody in this room, on this end, can make some gumbo. Come on. And get bragging rights and possibly win. We're also donating rice. T. Johnny's bringing in his big rice cookers, his commercial rice cookers, so when they get their taster kit, they'll get the taster kit, a little thing of rice, and then they get to cruise around. Johnny, they're not competing. They're going to have some jambalaya and maybe some boudin, but other than that, they're just there for support and advertising their next event as well.
Well, anybody got anything?
We would be able to,
Where our money goes is, last year we had, or the year before last, we had over $3,000 in scholarships. We donate to the FFA. We also do eyeglasses and vision vouchers, and we run anywhere from $6,500 to $8,500 a year for Wagoner residents, Cree Oaks, DHS, and people who just out of the blue call because they need glasses. And so we run that through our local optometrist, Dr. Shelley Rice. This
You partner
year,
with Clay Schwab on that too, or?
we have done donations for Clay, yes. And then, because last year we had a low turnout, we didn't have any requests. This year will be a larger, and it'll probably be 6,000, it'll be 6 $1,000 scholarships that we'll give after the event.
would it hurt us to do the $750 donation?
No, I think we'd be perfectly fine doing something like that, or even matching GRDA with the 15.
Right, right.
I would personally think two again, at least two this year.
I was thinking.
We could do the chef's special partner, and you guys could have a team. Come on, I know there's somebody in here that can make some really good gumbo.
I don't think you're gonna get that, but
Plus, you'll get some complimentary taster kits, too. You guys can come and check.
health department after me, but
We'll have a waiver there. If they try your gumbo, Anthony, they'll say, taste at your own risk.
Wagner Pest Control Gumbo.
Uh-huh. You thought that was crawfish in there.
nothing goes to waste.
So
Crunch, crunch.
it's not the barbecue no more.
We have the
it is.
barbecue, yes.
Yes, it's barbecue and gumbo.
So on Friday night, we have the Oklahoma Rib Association, they come in, and we'll have an ancillary wing competition for them, and then they'll do a rib competition. And we also do look for judges. You don't have to be certified or anything, so if you have a desire to want to judge any of these, you can let Sam know, and she'll get you on the list. And then our event starts on Saturday at 12, is when our taster kits go on sale. Judging is done at 3, and
If we got it in the budget, or I mean, to do what we did last year, not break the bank.
I think that would be just fine.
I'd like to make a motion to donate them $2,000.
I'll second.
Motion made by Norris, seconded by Wagner. Please call roll.
Yes.
Sorry. Wagner,
Yes.
Thomas. Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
thank you, appreciate it. Do you want me to get with Laura after this, or get with you this week?
Email me.
Email you? Perfect, will do.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, appreciate it.
Item number 5, consider adoption of resolution authorizing an economic development agreement with IVI Incorporated, providing an investment incentive as assistance in developing and operating facilities located within the city and as partial payment of the purchase price of an industrial crane or take other action.
Go ahead. We have Darla here and Mike from IVI.
I didn't know if Ms. Ferguson was going to present as well. Darla Heller, Wagner County Economic Development Authority, or Wagner County as well. In your packet, you do have the PowerPoint that Mike and I will go over, but just in case, I'll go through it as he's talking. A few months ago, a company, IVI Incorporated, has a facility in Muskogee, Oklahoma. I was looking at a building in Wagner. This is a building that your authority, your Economic Development Authority, built 18 years ago. Am I right? People on the back row? Right about that, with the participation of Wagner County. At the time, all those years ago, that building was constructed for $300,000. And there was a business that did buy the building, and then the building did change hands, and for the last several years was not used as what it was intended for all those years ago. It was intended to be a spec building, to put people to work, bring a company to Wagner that was going to add payroll and grow with this community. So IVI did reach out to the mayor and I. We had a phone conversation with the company out of Wisconsin and just talked to him about the benefits of being in this community. I'm going to let Mike Quinton go through the PowerPoint and talk more about the company in particular, but that's the building that they are looking at. And then I will come back up after he presents, and I will tell you how the Wagner County Economic Development Authority is going to participate in this public-private partnership. They presented to the county before the city just because it was logistics, basically. We have a little bit of a problem getting quorum sometimes, so that's why they got put on our agenda before yours. I'll talk through what that agreement looks like, what those clawbacks and contingencies are that we have put in place or will put in place based on your discussion and your decisions here. I will say that this company has about 15 employees currently. They did look in Muskogee. They looked for a building for years to expand. They are busting at the seams there, and that just wasn't available there. So the company didn't want to leave Muskogee. It was just that we had the right product here in this community. They have about, like I said, about 15 full-time employees. They'll grow that to 20 with possible opportunity to grow even greater. The average wage across all positions is $81,000. They are a manufacturing company specializing in industrial fabrications. They have big projects and clients that serve the Muskogee area as well as Mid-America Industrial Park. So you can see why Wagoner is a strategic location located between those 2 points. Again, and Mike can go over this, but it looking like they're going to put about $3 million into the building, and one of those pieces of investment includes a $300,000 crane. So that's what we'll talk about as that partnership piece. So, Mike, I'm going to turn it over to you, and please, I didn't have your title, so please. And I'm going to scroll through as you talk for this part of the room that can see, unless you guys have it all in your, you do have it right here.
Yeah, we all have it.
Counselor Tom, okay, do you guys even need me to do this? Okay, all right, even better. Go right ahead.
My name's Mike Quinton. I'm the general manager at the Muskogee location. We have 3 locations. Wisconsin, we actually have 4 plants there. We have about 75,000 square feet of facility there. We have another 30,000 square foot in South Carolina that we started from the ground. They didn't buy a business. They went there and bought a building, started from scratch there. In Muskogee, let me not jump too far ahead. So IVI started in '93, and their main goal, their passion is to improve the air quality in manufacturing facilities, paper mills, foundries, anytime there's pollutants in the air. That's what we're passionate about. We're trying to make that facility safe for the workers. Not only that, but also the air that facility is putting out into our air, keeping that clean so that we all breathe better, our water's cleaner, everything's safer for everyone. That's our passion. And then we also became a turnkey company where we have engineering, design, drafting, fabrication, and install. So these facilities can call us one stop. You don't have to hire 4 different contractors. You can hire us and we'll take care of all of it from start to finish. We have 150 employees. That's been really steady for the last 10 years. Throughout all facilities, we average 150 employees. We're licensed in 40 different states. That second slide, you can see where our locations are. IVI Oklahoma started in 2019. We were down here working on some projects. Georgia Pacific and Muskogee is one of our big customers, and Kimberly-Clark and Jinx is another big customer. We were working on some of those. We came across Young Sheet Metal in Muskogee that was looking to close, and IVI came in, purchased Young's, kept it open, and have grown it since then. I think when they bought it, there was only 3 employees there, and now we have 15. So but that building is small. Our Muskogee building is 12,000 square foot, and I think the highest point in our building is 15 feet. We don't have a crane. We have 1 jib crane in our building, and it limits us on how big of things we can build. So the bigger items we have to build in Wisconsin or in South Carolina, and that adds to freight costs, shipping obstacles, things like that. And sometimes you don't get the job because of that. If you look at our current regional customers there, the map, you can see we have several in Muskogee, Tulsa, Mulgee, up there in the Pryor area. So Wagoner's a good central location for us. And there's many more customers that we're planning to, we've done work for in the past, but we're trying to grow that even more where we have consistent big jobs coming through. Talked about the height. Our office space right now, we just hired another project manager, so the only office I have available right now is the conference room. So that definitely ties my hands whenever it comes to trying to get new customers. The property, we are under contract on that property on Southeast 11th. It's in a industrial heavy zoning district, so we're covered there. We're planning on buying track D and B, which is a total of 5 acres. And it'll be fenced. We'll have a larger laydown area, and with the tall ceilings, we're gonna have, I think, 17 feet underneath this crane, so we can build the very large stacks that we need to, that Wisconsin has to build now. Now we can build those here. And plenty of room in the yard to lay those down until they're ready to install. The total investment, like Darla said, we're right at $3 million. And then there's still some items that aren't included in that. There's a little floor plan in there. We're still working out the details on that. There's a lot of opinions on what floor plan's the right one, so that goes back and forth pretty much every day. But we will build offices in the building. We're not gonna add on to the outside of the building. We're gonna build them on the inside. I think there's room in there for that. But our vision is 8 to 12 sheet metal workers in the shop at all time. This last week, we've had 2 big projects going on, one at GP and one at Kimberly-Clark and Jinx. And then I had another small project going on at Dow Tile, and that left me with 3 guys in the shop. So that being able to have 8 to 12 sheet metal workers in the shop at all time is going to be key, and I just don't have the room for that right now. That's the reason. We'll have probably 3 field crews constantly working, if I can get that many guys in the shop, and then 2 to 4 project managers working. Our project managers, they work a lot of hours, and they're very passionate about what they do. You can see our employee trends where, Oklahoma has stayed right there around, 10 to 20 total employees in Oklahoma. Around 19 and 20, there was a jump. There were some really big projects going on where they had to bring in extras. And then the IVI overall, you can see that stayed right at 150 for years and years. And then you can see the revenue. Our revenue has steadily climbed. Last year was a great year. The last 3 or 4 years have been really good, and it's due to our leadership. We have a very strong leadership that the 4 owners that we have all started at IVI as interns and worked their way up for over the last 30 years. So that's really nice. There's a lot of stories that I get to hear about all that. And then there's a slide in there also about the financial stability, which on those scales, talk about the bankruptcy predictor and all that, we're well above that. We don't have any worries with that. Obstacles to our vision of that many employees, of course, comes with a smaller building. We need salespeople. We need workspace. The salespeople and the sales will help the steady pipeline of large jobs. Parking, laydown area, and the lifting equipment. The crane is a key piece of equipment for us. We do a lot. I just started with, this was my first partnership in the area, was with the Porter FFA. I met with the instructor, Bradley, there, and they do a project every year with the Oklahoma Youth Expo Ag Mechanics, which is, when he was telling me everything that they do is pretty amazing for the facility that they have. So we partnered with them and supplied them with the metal, and then we also let their student come over to our shop and learn how to make the part of the project he needed help with. We let his student come to our shop and learn how to make that in our shop, using our equipment that they don't have. So that was really nice, and there's some pictures on there that it's just the start of it, and he said in the end of March or so, they'll go to a competition and have that graded, and he'll share some more pictures with us. But that last slide there, that is a lot of the other area that, a lot of it is in Wisconsin, but they partner with a lot of charity events and things like that to try to give back to the community.
And correct me if you're wrong, I'm sorry, I can't remember your boss's name.
Dan?
Dan. I think he even told me in that Teams meeting that they even offer sometimes vocational internships to high schoolers that.
Yes, we actually have one now. We hire helpers, either still in high school or right out of high school, and they'll come in as a helper. And it's not someone to sweep the floors or dump the trash. It's our guys love having these young guys come in and learn the trade, because these are tradesmen and they need somebody to keep that trade going, so they really enjoy that.
I think you'll find with IVI, they are a union shop.
Yes.
So a United Steelworkers Union, help me.
The local sheet.
No, sheet metal, I'm
27.
sorry, sheet metal. So, but, and a lot of those interns, Dan did say, there'll be 1 to 2 interns from the local school that will be engaged throughout the semester or even the year, and then they go on to actually get employment through the union. So you foresee IVI playing a big part. I know when I was working in Muskogee, IVI would come out on manufacturing day, and all 20 people were volunteering to talk to kids about manufacturing. So I think, just to finish out the presentation so we can ask questions, again, union shop, this is high-wage manufacturing jobs, significant private and capital investment, increased utility revenues for Wagoner, so that building will be utilizing your electricity rather than setting empty. Potential future job growth through work repatriation from possibly Wisconsin. I can tell you something that I've learned about people from this part of the country. They're very conservative in their projections, and they will not commit to saying, we're going to do this, 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 and this, even though that's what they hold that. So you're working with a company that is very fiscally responsible, and that is going to see growth or look for growth where there is in this industry. Like I said, this came to the County Economic Development Authority. We have a rubric by which we score projects. That scoring process looks at investment, jobs, community impact, the stability of the company, the chance for them to grow, what are they giving back. And this company scored an 80 out of 100. To give you an example, North American Air Exchanger, their job projections is what got them 100% on that rubric. They're very conservative with their job projections, so that's why they scored 80 out of 100. Still worth an investment or a partnership by Wagoner County Economic Development Authority. We do have they did move forward with a motion to support helping fund the crane with some contingencies. So if the company does apply for Oklahoma state incentives, I don't want to bore you with these programs, I love them, but it's the OIEP program, and it's a great way to fund manufacturing projects. And once they apply for that crane would qualify. So there would be some dollars left. So what our authority offered was, if the City of Wagoner Economic Development Authority would match $50,000, that's us together, the county and the city, and I really like that because the county and the city came together and built this building together all those years ago. But basically, we would fund a third of that crane with some contingencies. The contingency is if the city matches the county's investment of $50,000, if they close on their property, and so they have to have a certificate of occupancy before they could get the funding. And how we provide funding back to companies like this is they purchase the equipment, and it's a reimbursable thing. So that's one of the other things. The crane will stay with the building. That is also tied in our agreement. And a lot of the clawbacks, meaning if the company decides they're going to sell or move, they will make the county and the city, or through our contract, make the county whole at the $50,000. So we would get our money back if the company leaves within 5 years. So Mike and I would entertain any questions, but that is the partnership on the table.
Council, my recommendation would be to do this exact same contract as the county, just minus their clause of the city matching. Any discussion? Entertain a motion?
You say minus the city what?
Matching, taking that out. Their clause in there is they'll do it as long as the city matches. So I don't want to have that in our same contract saying that the city's going to match the city.
Oh,
I didn't do a great job on explaining that, and here's why. It's because the County Economic Development Authority feels like it's our responsibility to come up alongside your efforts. We want this to be supported by you. Anytime that there are economic development projects, the county wants to be a partner in that with the municipality by which the project is being located. You can see that with the junction, with the food truck park, the downtown developments that are going on in Wagoner and Coweta. So just clarification.
Further discussion? Entertain a motion? You got something, Shane? Okay. I have a motion by Hamilton, seconded by Butler.
Butler,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
North,
yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Thank both of y'all very much. Very exciting. Thank you.
Item number 6 is unscheduled public appearances.
There were none on the Economic Development Authority.
Item number 7 is the chairman's report.
John, you want to go ahead and hit it right now?
This past month, I've been dealing with the owner of the Chicken Express, the Waffle House, and Harbor Freight. They've been my focus for the past month, and I'm getting good feedback on all three. I like the Chicken Express guy because he's willing to talk to me and go into details of the fact that he likes the Starbucks property, and he's also talking about maybe, just maybe, the Charlie's Chicken's place. But he's going to get back with me, and it's looking promising. That's all I can say about that. The past month, I've just completed my 50th tour around town as far as asking for survey of questions with businesses in the city. And the main thing I keep getting, not too many people, but a lot, are talking about everybody wants more parking. Everybody wants lower energy rates, and I promised them nothing. But I just wanted to make sure that we have an ear, and we're trying to make sure they're successful, too. The other project, which has finally gotten its wheels underneath, Debbie and I are working on, we're getting the values of the city properties that we can sell and ones we cannot sell. And that will continue, and that'll be hopefully wrapping up here pretty soon. That's what I've got. Thank you.
Any questions for John? Thanks, John.
Yep.
Thank you, sir.
Item number 8 is adjournment.
So made.
Second.
Made by Wagner, seconded by Butler. Please call roll.
Butler.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Higginbotham.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 6:44. I'd like to call the City of Wagoner regular business meeting, February 2nd, 2026 at 6:45.
Item number 3, consider approval of minutes of January 5th, 2026.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
So made. Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call roll.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Higginbotham.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Wilson.
Abstain.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 4, consider approval or denial of claims for January 2026 to include numbers 147 through 169, manual warrants, ambulance to include numbers 84 through 98, manual warrants, cemetery reserve number 2, and city capital projects numbers 1 through 3.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
I'll make that motion, approve all claims.
Second.
Made by Butler, seconded by Higginbotham. Please call roll.
Wilson.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Higginbotham.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 5 is the mayor's report.
It's been a real busy last couple of weeks. First off, I'd like to thank our street department, our water and wastewater distribution department, park department. Those guys, they cleaned a lot of roads, sidewalks, and really did a lot of work. Can't brag on them enough. Our linemen did a heck of a job. Had a couple outages, not really our fault. Water plant did great. Sewer did fantastic. Just have to brag on all of us. Fire department, we've been really busy here lately. My gosh, I bet pager went off probably 4 or 5 times today at least. It's just, it's been real busy. Next month, I'm going to shoot to have on this agenda. Me and Thomas are looking into a couple spots on the new cemetery, putting in, I always want to call it what do they call those, Thomas? I columbarium. So it's the big kind of tomb looking thing that you have the small boxes for ashes. We think those would sell really good. I'm going to start a new revenue rates committee. I'd like Anthony Wagner to be on there, Debbie Hamilton, Jim Roberts, Whitley, Eric, and Laura. Probably gonna throw Rhonda on there, just might as well. Might as well. So probably gonna start putting those rates in that to try to figure out what we're gonna come up on with doing that. It'll be a lot cheaper than a traditional burial, so I think it'll be really good for Wagoner. A lot of folks are starting to go to cremation, so very excited about that. That's all I have for this month. Thank you.
Item number 6, consider purchasing employee health insurance or take other action.
I'm just going to take us out. It's a little easier for me. Good evening, council. This is Amber with Relations. She is passing out a packet to you guys, and I'm going to let her kind of go through it with you. We'll let you know what all we've been through this season with the insurance. Yes, we will be taking an increase, but we were able to get negotiating down a pretty significant amount. But I'll let Amber explain all that to you. So once she's finished, we'll be happy to answer any questions and go from there.
right. Well, thank you, guys. Health insurance is definitely not the first thing people want to talk about on the agenda, but maybe through the middle, we'll see how it goes. Amber Martin with Relation. We've represented the city of Wagoner for a number of years now. When it comes to employee benefits. Employee benefits is not just limited to health insurance. You'll see some different products throughout the presentation. I will mention, it goes without saying, if anyone turned on the news, we had kind of an uproar of the whole nation when it came to health insurance for January 1st. The government shutdown was largely part of the cost of health insurance on the individual side, and on the group side, the cost of medical insurance has gone up as well. So throughout this presentation, you're going to see that the city of Wagoner was assessed an additional renewal increase for the upcoming year. So we did go out to market. That's what we do. We partner with the city. We have all of the contracts with local carriers. So you'll notice that we actually went to market on that first page, to Aetna, to Blue Cross Blue Shield, to United Healthcare, to Community Care, and to a newer company called Angle. On page 3, you'll notice that Aetna formally declined to submit a quote back to the city of Wagoner. What does a quote entail? I guess that's something that we don't really talk a whole lot about. We haven't had many years where we had increases, right? Not significant increases. So to get a quote, we are over 50 employees eligible on the city of Wagoner plan. That means that when we ask for a quote, we tell them the name of our employee, the age of our employee that's going to establish coverage. We send them an invoice of what we have today, but we also have to send them claim detail. That claim detail is the last 2 years, so it's 24 months of claim detail. And then those underwriters can decide, okay, well, this might be something that we can, quote on. Maybe there's some claims out there that their diagnosis says, okay, this claim's over. And we actually take very good notes, and we bug Lori all the time to make sure that when we see high claims, we know what the status is, so we can paint a pretty picture when we go to market. So that's what it entails whenever we send those out to those carriers. Blue Cross Blue Shield did release a renewal. They released a quote for the city of Wagoner. That quote was actually higher than we were going to receive with Community Care. With that being said, we do establish and we look at those. We look at plan designs. We try to make sure it's apples to apples. But to give you an idea, the increase that it would have cost us to keep an apples to apples plan and move to Blue Cross Blue Shield was $60,000 over our renewal. So it didn't quite make sense to look at Blue Cross Blue Shield for the upcoming year. Angle is another company that we went to market with. Angle did formally decline. They actually look at prescription utilization. That is all they're going to look at whenever they look at a renewal census. But so they declined based on prescriptions that were filled. And United Healthcare also formally declined. You can imagine, we'll go ahead and move over to page 4. Unless you guys want to, I don't want to get into big time specifics because we are talking about employees' health records as far as like when we're talking about claim dollars. But Community Care did come out with an initial 40% increase for the upcoming year. With that being said, if they actually followed the rule of thumb on their underwriting spreadsheet, it would have been an 80%. They actually came down to 40% before they even released that out to the city. You already know me, I'm not going to take no for an answer, so we went straight to market. We're like, okay, we're not gonna take this, we're gonna do everything we can. We were able to negotiate initially down to a 30% increase, and then we went back again and were able to get that down to a 25% increase. The reasons are going to be listed, but I will also mention when you see the numbers on the spreadsheets, because there is documentation showing the true numbers, it's going to show a 24% increase. That is because we have that secondary layer, and we include that in our overall costs of our plan. Just to get that's the bad news out of the way. Our bullet point number 2, our dental, vision, life, and telemed contracts are all in rate guarantees. There are no changes outside of that medical piece with the medical and secondary. In 2025, the city did approve a short-term disability contract to be added. Talking with HR, it sounds like we haven't had any qualified claims. So knowing that we have an increase on medical, that's something we want to bring to the table. And I think there's some actually good resolutions. So we'll talk a little bit more about short-term disability here in just a moment. Bullet points on the medical plan, you'll see those are, after those numbers, you'll see the bullet points. Our medical loss ratio is currently at 143% for the last 12 months. Medical loss ratio is talking about premium to claims. So community care, if they looked at their last 12 months of the money that we paid in premium on their invoices, they actually paid all of that out in claims plus an additional 43%, hence why we are receiving an increase to our premiums. Our current high claims are 13 employees in the last 24 months that have had claims ongoing. In the previous, we had 11. So we've increased, a couple of additional bodies. As I mentioned, I don't want to get into too many specifics, but I do want to mention there are a couple of claimants that we have told them, hey, this person's in good health, they're back at work, we don't anticipate ongoing medication. So we've had those conversations already. We also have a few that have diagnosis that we know are going to be ongoing. Some autoimmune disease disorders where we have some high-cost medications that are going to be every single month. We have a few ongoing cancer claimants that are pertaining to this increase as well. One other bullet point, 19% of our claims data is coming from prescription. So of every dollar we spend, almost 20 cents of that dollar is going into the cost of filling medications at the pharmacy, which is up about 6%. It's still a very good number. Most groups run about a 25 to 30%, so you're still under the average, but we can see that cost continuing to go up. Community Care did put in a new partnership with a company called Navitus that replaced CVS. So we have heard some concerns from different employees, not just at the city of Wagoner, but people are going, hey, I got a letter that my medicine isn't going to be covered. And it's not going to be a, hey, we're just going to take everybody's medication off. It's a, hey, call the doctor. Let's make sure we're getting the most affordable medication that will take care of someone. If for some reason you can't take that medication, Community Care is working on those with a step therapy. So, sometimes it's you feel good and bad about things. If we have an increase in our prescription, we want to maintain control. We don't want to have our plan get 25% increases year over year. And some of these steps are what they're using to try to take control back. Last piece, or two more pieces, just to kind of talk about the claims and where we're at. Community Care, if you look at a dollar amount, they paid about $154,000 over the premium that was submitted for the last 12 months to give a dollar amount to that additional percentage. And then the history of loss ratio and increases. So we've been in positions where we haven't had to absorb much of an increase. I looked back to 2022. So if we look from 2022 to 2025, in 2022 we had a 0% increase, our rates maintained. In 2023 we had a 0%, our rates maintained. In 2024, we were actually able to put in your secondary concept, and we saved about 9%. Last year was our first increase in a while. It was a 5%, but it also included that enhanced network where we didn't have people paying for select and standard. And this is kind of the year it started to catch up. Insurance is in place for these reasons, right? Like if somebody has something big, we want them to be taken care of, but at the same time, we don't want to put our plan in a position where we can't ever catch up. I'll open it up for questions. I apologize. I know it's a lot of data. It's a big-time data dump.
What was that little card that y'all gave us last time? What was it, that little white card? What was that, the purpose of that?
The community care card?
Yeah, well, you know,
No.
your community care card and you
Are you,
got something.
maybe the telemedicine or the secondary?
Did it say no?
Secondary, gap, something.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, that is the pay deductible.
I try to use it every time and they said they never heard of it.
So
I was gonna call and ask you about that.
Yeah, you need to get in contact.
So, yeah, send it over to us. We have a claims advocate. Unlike many insurance partners, we actually hire people on our team just to fight with insurance companies. Because sometimes that's what ends up being needed. Many times providers' offices don't have somebody that can deal with a whole lot, right? It's a billing person, and if the card doesn't say Community Care, Aetna, Blue Cross, or United, they're like, we don't deal with it. But that secondary card, many times, our office can call them and go, hey, just enter it as a secondary, just like if someone had Sooner Care a secondary or something like that. They'll get filed and they get paid a lot quicker than getting you on a payment plan, so they like it.
I'm going to jump in on that just a little bit. So whenever it's like a doctor's office, a copay, for instance, it doesn't apply to that. So they would be confused most generally on what that is. However, with like the hospital or a medical supply company or those things, that's where it's really going to shine. That's where it's going to take care of those deductibles for you. I'll use myself as an example. You know, I had to get a CPAP machine and all that good stuff, you know, sleep apnea, God love it. So I ended up not paying anything out because our secondary covered the deductible costs from what Community Care did not. So that's a huge benefit that our employees are really utilizing and greatly appreciate. So that's what it's made for. Urgent cares, hospitals, medical supply.
Okay.
One other thing is if someone has a claim that's out there that hasn't been submitted, you can reach out to us and we can help you submit it, even if it's an old claim. They like to have it within 12 months. So there is a contract stipulation, but if it's been in the last year, all's fair in love and war. Page 5, I don't even really want to talk about, but you guys needed to see where we started and where we ended. Page 5 is going to be our initial renewal. I told you it was a 40%. I did also mention that secondary helps blend that down. So you'll see that with that secondary rate included, we started out at a 36% increase. On page 6 is our final revised renewal from Community Care. You see one plan on the page because Blue Cross Blue Shield didn't come in competitively, and you noticed that all the other carriers were unable to create a bid. Community Care did have some alternative plan designs. Whenever we looked at raising our deductible, you'll notice that our Community Care deductible is already at $5,000. We have one place to go. It's a $7,000 deductible, and it was going to save us about $3 per person per month. So it was not worth putting on the paper. It doesn't make enough sense because the deductible will be $7,000. The out-of-pocket was going up to $10,000, so it was almost a $4,000 increase. So just to keep the morale and keep the benefit package the way we know the council wants and to keep employees happy and able to pay their bills, the recommended plan design is to stay with the current plan design with that secondary option. This is not making any changes to the benefit. I do want to make note that the secondary vendor is currently a company called MedMutual. MedMutual is no longer offering the secondary insurance as of January 1st of this year. So they're phasing out at the renewals of each group that holds that contract. So we found a similar contract with a company called Wellfleet. It'll be the exact same contract language, but it will be a new ID card. So much like we did last year to kind of save some more money on our renewal, we kind of just changed that secondary vendor, but we kept the benefits the same. That is exactly what the recommendation is this year. Would you guys like to stop at each line item, or would you like to go ahead and go through the packet and then we can vote on each agenda item? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
if council's fine, I'd rather us just go through the packet.
I think it's probably recommended. So with that, we aren't showing you dental, vision, life, all of those are in rate hold. There's no changes to contracts. The page 7 is just kind of our cost analysis for the upcoming year. Our recommendation, based on market response, is to keep Community Care with the secondary. It's the best plan option we've got for a financial perspective and benefit plan designs. And then our other recommendation is based on utilization. At this time, we would recommend to terminate that short-term disability contract so we can free up some of that annual savings to offset some of that medical expense. I told Lori I would have her go over this, but I had talked to her about, okay, why is the short-term disability not being used? Do you not have employees going out? And I believe employees sometimes share leave if someone's out to offset PTO expense if they run out. So in turn, the short-term disability plan only pays if someone is losing income, right? So if we have people sharing vacation time, there's probably never going to be a situation where someone truly loses income in order to get that 60% benefit. Eventually, if there's something that changes with PTO or balances become lower, maybe we bring it back if it becomes something employees need. But at this time, it makes a whole lot of sense. If it's not being utilized, there's no sense in paying premium for it.
Is that like 12 weeks?
It is yes. So there's a 14-day elimination period, and it's a 60% benefit up to I think it's a $500 weekly max. Like they max out, and it will cover up to 12 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And long-term, they don't have one?
There's not a long-term disability contract, and that's maybe that's the discussion later on, because long-term makes more sense. But at this point, short-term disability, if people are sharing vacation, it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
We're talking about getting rid of it. You know that, right, Gayla?
Yeah, no, I just
Okay.
want to check on it.
Okay, just making
It was
sure.
a good, yeah, it's a
I
good
just want to
question.
check on it.
If it was more than 12 weeks, maybe we'd keep talking.
Yeah.
I'd also like to point out that we do keep Colonial and Aflac and all that, so they have the option to pay for those benefits themselves if they are interested in it. But, we have excellent sick leave and vacation time accruals. We also take care of each other here, so I really don't see a major point in it. Let's save some money and get rid of it. It's only been here a year. It's not worth it to us, so.
Thank you. I know it's a whole lot to absorb.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Discussion, council. Entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion to approve employees' health insurance.
With community care?
Yes.
Yes.
And seconded by Kevin. Please call roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Item number 7, consider purchasing employee telehealth insurance or take other action.
Discussion. Entertain a motion.
It's Revive. Revive Health.
Revive.
Revive Health is coming.
Yes, sir. Revive
wanna
Health.
say
It's
that?
the same one.
Anthony? You want to say that in your motion?
Yes.
It's a website. See me afterwards. I'll hit you up.
I make motion to purchase employee telehealth insurance with Revive.
Yes, sir.
Kevin seconded that, I believe. Please call roll.
Wilson,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Item number 6, consider purchasing employee life insurance or
8.
take other action. Oh, 8, sorry. Life insurance or take other action.
Discussion.
All right.
And that's with who, Lori?
I'm sorry, that is with the standard.
Entertain a motion.
Is this called standard?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. The standard.
I'll make a motion to purchase the employee life insurance standard.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call roll.
Butler.
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
The vision is also going to be the standard.
Make a motion.
Hold on, she ain't read it yet.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I took the
Sorry.
job.
That was my fault.
Sorry.
I'll take that. That was absolutely my fault. I apologize.
fault.
Yep, that was 100% me.
Don't do it again.
She's
Started to say-
the item
I
first.
was like, wait.
So
Okay.
sorry. Got ahead of myself there.
Item number 9, consider purchasing employee vision insurance or take other action. I got lost.
I make a motion to consider purchasing employee vision insurance standard.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call roll.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Thomas, Wilson,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 10, consider purchasing employee dental insurance or take other action.
That will be Delta.
Okay,
Entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion, to consider purchasing employee dental insurance with Delta.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas, Wright,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Item number 11, consider purchasing employee gap insurance or take other action.
Who's that?
That one is called Wellfleet.
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 Entertain a motion.
Make the motion, considering purchase employees gap insurance with
Wellfleet.
Wellfleet.
Wellfleet, sorry.
Wellfleet. Okay, gotcha.
I apologize.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call roll.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas.
I just want to say thank you, council, so much on behalf of all the employees here at the city of Wagner. This healthcare really means a lot to us, and the gap insurance and everything that you guys have provided for us, and we're just really grateful. So thank you.
Item number 12, consider accepting a bid and entering into a contract with Drake Construction in the amount of $49,800 for storm sewer improvements into sections, labor only, per recommendation from Infrastructure Solutions Group, LLC, or take other action.
Council, this bid was for the end sections of the boxes that have been laid over on Martin Luther King and Van Buren. Drake Construction was the low bidder at $49,800. We'd worked with them before, and so our recommendation is toward this project to them.
Discussion? Entertain a motion.
So made.
A motion by Jimmy, seconded by Higginbottom. Please call roll.
Butler.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Did you say yes? I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, thank you. Item number 13, consider approval of contractor's pay application number 7 in the amount of $43,315.35 from Darris Contractors LLC for WAG 23-02 wastewater treatment plant headworks per recommendation from Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC, or take other action.
Council, this is progress invoice from Darius Construction out at the wastewater treatment plant. They're doing a really good job out there. We've just about got all the concrete poured. We're getting ready to start putting the mechanical equipment in there. Don't have any issues with them at all. My recommendation is to approve pay estimate number 7.
Discussion? Entertain a motion.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call roll.
Thomas.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 14, consider approval of work order for professional services in the amount of $74,000 from Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC for City of Wagner project number WAG 26-02, 2026 street overlay and parks improvements, or take other action.
Council, this is our work order to begin the design for bidding of the overlay project. The next This is 2026. It includes numerous streets and 3 park projects. One in Maple Park, Lincoln, and the third one is the walking trail out at the school.
Discussion?
Is this gonna impede the splash pad, or is it going right on, is there room for that after that?
Yes, you talking about Lincoln Park? Yes, this is just out to the, in fact, there's existing parking area now with gravel. We're just gonna be putting asphalt on it.
Oh, there'll be existing.
Yeah.
On the asphalt,
I'm sorry?
you know, over the.
It's gonna be asphalt and what's there.
whatever.
What's there? That's
Gotcha.
correct.
Approximately how many parking spaces will that?
I'm sorry.
What did we decide on that, Thomas? Was there 70?
On the parking lot, 70 by 120.
And,
That's the area. It would not be 70 parking spots. Typically, speaking around 10 feet wide for a regular parking spot. So approximately 12.
Well, a bunch of them don't feel like they're 10.
Yeah, it's still different, park on the side.
I think there'd be more than 12 in what's already there. How many can we fit that's over there right now? Cars?
There may be, there's gonna be more than one line of cars. There's gonna be one across the front and across the back. So that'll be more than 12 cars.
Probably double. I haven't looked at striping it out.
Further discussion? Entertain a motion?
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call a roll.
Butler.
Yes.
North.
No.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, Dale.
Item number 15, consider ratifying the appointment of Buddy Rose as board member for the City of Wagoner Board of Adjustments, or take other action.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call a roll.
Wilson.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Item number 16, consider ratifying the appointment of Shane North as board member of the City of Wagoner Airport Board, or take other action.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call a roll.
Thomas.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
North.
Abstain.
Wilson.
Yes.
Item number 17, consider ratifying the appointment of Whitley Crow as board member of the City of Wagoner Airport Board, or take other action.
Discussion? Entertain a motion. Butler made a motion.
Second.
Caleb second. Please call a roll.
Butler.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 18, consider ratifying the appointment of James Stiles as board member of the City of Wagoner Airport Board, or take other action.
Discussion?
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call a roll.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Item number 19, consider ratifying the appointment of Brandon Cobb as board member of the City of Wagoner Airport Board, or take other action.
Discussion? Entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion. Second. You get a second?
Motion made by Hamilton, seconded by Wright. Call the roll, please.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 20, consider entering into a grant funding services agreement between the City of Wagoner and Eastern Oklahoma Development District, or take other action.
Council, this is something I got Scott here. I'm very excited about this. This is us essentially truly getting a grant writer with us partnering with the ODD. By starting it right now, this is going to be kind of a test trial, and then we will readdress it in budget to see if we do want to go on for another full year. You know, they have people on staff that know more about TSET and all those things, and so I'm very excited about this, and I think it'll be a great thing since we're already on their board. It's going to be great for Wagoner. I'll turn it over to Scott.
Okay, appreciate that. I know many of you guys, I've stood up here before, appreciate this opportunity. We're excited about this as well. We feel like this is, so I've been the executive director at EODD for a couple of years now. We've worked with you guys on various projects over the years. We've currently have one going right now. And so over those 2 years, we've gotten a lot of questions from a lot of communities regarding grants. Hey, you know, what's available out there? Hey, can you guys help us with this? And so we have slowly kind of increased our capacity as far as staff, gotten a lot of experience. We've always had a lot of experience working with some of the CDBG stuff and some of the other grants that are out there, but we've started looking and expanding into other grant opportunities as well based on the requests that we've gotten from our communities. And so we've been able to increase our staffing a little bit and are at a point now where we feel like this is something that we can offer. We've always, like you said, you guys are on our board, you guys have always been members of the association, and we've always provided as much services as we can. Some of them kind of have the way some of the programs work, the costs are kind of built in. But for a lot of these grants, it's really not designed that way. I know there's a lot of, there's some consultants out there that do grant writing. Do you guys have, I'm assuming you guys are looking at the agreement in your packet. So we took this agreement, there's an organization, a nonprofit organization out there that was offering this service to a couple of our communities, and we were able to take a look at the agreement that they proposed. And they were essentially proposing the same thing, which for the most part, we did add one or two things in there, but what they were proposing as a price. Now, we just get down to the meat of it. If you jump over there, the price is what we're proposing would be for a whole year, but it's broke down on a monthly, out monthly. I think it breaks down total for the year of $15,000 and per month at $1,250. So the agreement that we took this from, they were proposing mostly the same services for $27,000. So we were nearly half of what they were proposing, and what their scope of work, which is basically the same as what we would offer, with one additional thing, but essentially it's the kind of the pre-award services. We would agree to write applications for up to 5 different grants, do the research, be in communication with city staff, the mayor, whoever wants to be kind of that contact person. And then one thing that we added that wasn't in this other contract with this other organization is we'll come out here once every 3 months and just talk to you guys. Face to face, you let us know, if something changes, if you've got a different project, or I know sometimes things come up and all of a sudden you're looking for grants for something you weren't looking for grants 3 months or 6 months ago. But we'll come out at least once, and you guys probably know if somebody calls me and says, hey, we need you to come out and talk to us, we're going to do it. So whether it's in the agreement or not, you guys are I mean, we work together all the time. So we're going to continue that partnership, but we're going to come out at least once every 3 months and just talk to the council, see if there's any feedback, give you any updates on what we're working on as far as grants. That's one thing that wasn't in this other agreement that we looked at. And then once those, so we'll apply for up to 5, and then we'll actually do the grant management if any of those are awarded for up to 3. Where I think, I mean, obviously, everybody's interested in writing applications and then doing some of the grant management, but where I think the real value is the research and the experience that we have with working with other grants. It's hard to a lot of times to find somebody on staff that can, has got that time to sit in front of a computer and look at the different, know where to look and what to look for, and keep track of the deadlines and all those things. And we're going to do that. But I think the other thing is the communication part, where not only are we going to come out once every 3 months, but monthly we're going to be talking to whoever our contact person is here, and then as needed, if we need to do that more during, and of course, when you're writing applications and things like that, there'll be more lines of communication going, and we'll be doing all those things. We just feel like we're really suited well to be able to do that for you guys and offer that at nearly half the price of what even a nonprofit organization is offering to do that. And nothing against nonprofits and nothing against consultants, but you guys know us. And so we've got skin in the game. We don't want to ruin those partnerships or relationships that we have. And I certainly would entertain any questions or anything.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
Do we have any budget?
So made.
Have a motion and a second. Please call roll.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Thanks,
All right,
Scott.
thank you guys
Appreciate
very
it.
much.
Thank you, sir.
Item number 21, consider approval of a resolution adopting amendments to the budget of the City of Wagoner, Oklahoma for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2026, to include supplemental appropriations available from revenue received from unanticipated resources, or take other action.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
What was changed?
There is a large list.
Yeah, I see
It's
that.
on the back of the resolution. It should be in your
Okay, I see
packet.
it.
There's a second page.
I glanced over it. I see it.
If you have any questions.
Further discussion? Entertain a motion?
Make a motion, we approve.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call roll.
Was
Yep.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Appreciate it, Scott. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Be careful.
Item number 22, consider approval of an ordinance changing the zoning classification of a part of Lot 1, Block 288, City of Wagoner, Wagoner County, State of Oklahoma, described as follows. Beginning at a point on the north line of said Lot 1, 93 feet west of the northeast corner thereof, thence west along said north line to the northwest corner of said Lot 1, thence south along the west line of said Lot 1 to the southwest corner of said Lot 1, thence east along the south line of said Lot 1 to the southeast line of said Lot 1, thence north along the east line of said Lot 1, a distance of 165 feet, thence west along a parallel with the south line of said Lot 1, a distance of 93 feet, thence north along a line parallel with and 93 feet west of the east line of said Lot 1 to the point of beginning, from single-family high density, or RS1, to downtown mixed use, or DM, amending the zoning map of the city of Wagoner, Oklahoma, repealing all ordinances in conflict therewith, and declaring an emergency, or take other action.
Could you repeat all that?
Please don't make me read that again.
Go ahead, Willie.
Members, I'm Whitley Crow. I'm the Director of Development Services. This lot is, well, it's 3 lots that are located at the corner of Cassiver and Northeast 2nd.
It might be
Am I too
off.
short?
Yeah, sorry. I probably should.
You can hear it
probably in
now.
Class, I probably shouldn't have said that, but
That's all right. Okay, I'll start over. I'm Whitley Crow. I'm the Director of Development Services. The subject properties are located at the corner of Cassiver and Northeast 2nd Street. They're, like Rhonda said, they're zoned currently for RS1. However, the applicant is requesting rezoning to downtown mixed use so that they can do a small-scale office space. Planning Commission has reviewed the request, recommended approval. Staff also recommends approval because the property is bounded on both the east and south sides by parcels that are already zoned downtown mixed use. And we have the applicant here as well, Casey, with the county, if you have any questions.
discussion? Entertain a motion?
Make that motion.
Second by Kevin.
What would we go, read quick there, can you say?
Hold on, I didn't understand what you said either.
What's gonna go there, can you say?
Yes, I'm Casey Sanders, and I'm here on behalf of the Wagoner County Board of County Commissioners. We do intend to build a roughly 4,800 square foot building to have office space for the Planning and Zoning Department. And we also intend to have it 2 meeting rooms that will house both the Planning Commission, Board of Adjustment, and the Board of County Commissioners.
Okay, thank you.
I believe Nate seconded. Further discussion? Have a motion and a second. Please call roll.
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Higginbottom.
Yes.
Betcha.
Item number 23, consider declaring ordinance number 985 an emergency or take other action.
Second.
Have a motion by Kevin, seconded by Anthony.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wagner,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Item number 24, consider approval of the Wagner Youth Sports Association request to cancel the use agreement with the city of Wagner for baseball and softball fields, or take other action.
Discussion?
So the people that had last year's cancel it? Okay.
Yeah.
Do we have somebody in?
Not yet. So until then, it is first come, first serve.
Okay.
Further discussion? Entertain a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Please call roll.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Thomas, Wagner,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 25 is unscheduled public appearances.
There was one, Freddie Miller, and it's about management of the way EMS and Wagner is ran and changes that are needed to better serve us.
I don't really know how
Hold
this
on,
works.
Freddie,
but,
hold on. Go ahead.
All right, I mean, as most of y'all know, this has come about because of March 6, 2025, my dad passing, ambulance not coming. So I've got some questions. A lot of cities, they have in their bylaws where they never leave the residents unattended. One ambulance has to stay in the city at all times. having trouble finding if Wagner has that in their bylaws, but if so, I'm wanting to know why it's not being followed. I've been told that we have it, but it's just not being followed.
So I'll look into that and see if that's in there. Now, I do understand it does depend on, say if we already have one outside and then another person wants to have a stroke, usually they take stroke victims straight to that hospital. So I
Yeah,
do
straight
know-
to the hospital in the same town. That's why other towns refused to come on March 6th, because they refused to leave their town unattended with an ambulance.
No, what I'm saying is not the same town, because Wagner is not a stroke hospital.
Oh.
So I don't know on that. I'm gonna have to look into that for you.
I have several questions and statements about the director of the EMS, I guess it is, Emergency Management Services over the ambulances, about how he's allowed to make disgusting comments, after losing a resident, how he's allowed to, during work, to other employees, take life such, this is his text. Since I am a worthless, sorry for the language, since I'm such a worthless piece of shit and sit on my ass in a chair and the city should fire me, would anyone be willing to work daycare tomorrow? If so, maybe we can keep from killing Wagner peeps and pissing Tanya off. In a meeting with my sisters, you and another employee of the city, you agreed he should lose his job. Yeah.
No, we never.
Okay, it's
agreed to
recorded.
that.
We'll bring that up later, but
That's fine. You can bring that up, but
why, I want to, with the failures, because there's been many with the ambulance barn. I mean, this council took a loss because of ambulance services as well. Why haven't actions, instead of giving this man a raise, why have actions not been taken to remove him from his position? And if the argument, over we just don't have enough people, why are we hiring assistant directors instead of filling these ambulances that sit empty at an ambulance barn? I'd like to know why fire personnel has to call the director of the ambulance, EMS, ambulances, whatever, and demand him to show up on location to an emergency, a medical emergency. I would like changes where if fire department and their personnel are going to be required to provide medical care in emergencies, why aren't we giving them a transport vehicle to keep with them at all times? Why aren't we giving them the means to save the residents' lives? We're charged monthly for services that the city is not always providing us. And a direct quote from you during that same meeting with my sisters I talked about earlier, as disgusting as it is, you compared it to a Netflix subscription. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. That's your words.
yeah. Well, I
don't-
think you're gonna try to twist that.
I don't-
That's perfectly fine, but what that means is sometimes you're gonna get a Wagoner ambulance, sometimes you're not. With that, a lot of times, I know firsthand because I am a Wagoner fireman, if the ambulances are outside of town, a lot of times we're called. We're not authorized to do that because of insurance reasons. We can pretty much just give Boy Scout first aid. The next thing with that being said is if we have to call an ambulance and they come from Muskogee, Coweta, Tahlequah, wherever, IMSA, and you get that bill, the city eats that bill because you pay
Well, because
them.
we pay for it month after month
Yeah,
after month.
You don't pay them.
No,
you
we pay
us
the city.
for
Yes,
our
I understand that.
That's why we're growing our ambulance services to expand and have more EMS coverage here in.
Why do we own two that sit empty
Time's
and
expired,
refuse to? How many of y'all are there?
Moving on.
Just so that everybody's
Excuse me.
on board, I'm not sure what you guys get and what you don't get given, but this is the result of failure with the city's emergency services as far as the ambulance. And I can assure you, this is not the only one. I'm sure y'all are gonna be getting more packets like this. I don't know what y'all are getting given or
Hey,
not.
give one of them to Rhonda.
I've got plenty.
Do I need one? You need
I
one?
need one, Freddie.
Here, you need one?
Has everybody got 3 pages?
You need one?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Talk about cost, but when we fail to provide with the citizens with what they pay for.
Freddie, your time's expired. We're not gonna keep going into this.
Item number 26 is departmental reports.
Ms. Moore, hospital.
I do apologize, I'm losing my voice tonight, so I'll do the best I can. You have our packet, or our information inside of your packet with our, most of our key initiatives and also our volumes and trends. Does anyone have any questions for me?
Discussion? Appreciate you, Ms. Moore.
Thank you, have a good evening.
Brandy Moore. Go ahead, Eric.
Council, this month,
Pull it down a little bit more.
obviously, the topic of the month is going to be the storm that we've had in the past week. Just wanted to give kudos to the street guys. They went out there and worked through the day and night, clearing off the roads. They've worked all through the week as well. We've had some water department call-outs, and we've had a few isolated power outages during the duration of the storm. The storm could have been a lot worse. It was a good dry snow. Could have gone the other way with some ice and other things, but we made it out pretty well. I wanted to give kudos to the park guys. They've done a good job protecting the water pipes throughout the park facilities, as well as the Civic Center, community building, places as such. They also assisted in snow and ice removal in the downtown area, and them and the line clearing crew, as well as the mayor, assisted with the effort. Other departments, for like the water department, they actually got to do a little bit of mutual aid with OK. During the cold part of the storm, OK had a problem with one of their sewer mains. So some of our water guys went over there and helped them with that effort, and I'm sure the people of that community are very much appreciative. The electric department had a feeder line knocked out by a contractor a week ago, causing an outage to the north side of substation number 2, causing several circuits to be without power for a period of time, and was relieved when GRDA came in to help with the restoration effort. Just as you see in your packets, the rest of the departments have been doing a fantastic job, in my opinion. The library keeps doing what they do. They've got their summer reading that they're ready to do, and they're getting their planning done, and they're the reason that you see these packets these reports in your packets. So kudos to you for that. Thank you. Do you all have any questions for me? Thank you, Council.
Any of our department heads have anything they'd like to add? Go ahead, Thomas.
I do. I'd like to say thank you to Eric. He called multiple times when we were out all hours of the night to see if we needed anything. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you, Mayor, for going down and running that skid steer, because we didn't have the manpower or time to clean the parking and stuff. We was doing good to get the streets, and we appreciate that.
Glad to help. Proud of all y'all. Be all on department reports.
Can I give a little update on our?
Yeah, go right ahead.
You know, we had our flood in the building out there, so Councilman Butler, he came by. We had issues with getting people to give us a bid on it. I don't know if it was because of the labor tearing it all out, how intensive it was. So the firefighters and some of the volunteers, we tore all the old sheetrock out. We got all the walls stripped down. We found a guy to put it in, and we had to get, the sheetrock has to be 9 feet tall. So we found a company that carries it, and we filed out to get an account with them. So hopefully this week we get that, and we're moving on that. So we are moving on it. We're not standing still on it. It's just, it takes certain things for that building. That's what we're having to find. So we think we're doing good there. And I'd like to say thank you to Thomas, because he didn't call me to push any snow on any roads. I only had to plow the fire station. So that was nice since we've had things going on. So thank you, Thomas. Any questions?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Item number 27 is adjournment.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion second, please call roll.
Butler.
Yes.
Wagner.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Higginbotham.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Meeting adjourned at 7:45. I'd like to call Wagoner Public Works Authority regular business meeting, February 2nd, 2026 at 7:46.
Item number 1, consider approval of minutes, January 5th, 2026.
Discussion?
So made.
Second.
Have a motion second, please call roll.
Butler.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Wagner.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Wilson.
Abstain.
Wright.
Yes.
Higginbotham.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Item number 2, consider approval or denial of claims for January 2026 to include WPWA to include numbers 123 to 143, which are manual warrants, and WPWA capital projects numbers 8 and 9.
Discussion? Entertain a motion?
I'll make that motion to approve all claims.
Second.
Have a motion second, please call roll.
Higginbotham.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Butler.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Wagner.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Item number 3 is the chairman's report.
Done in the city.
Can I say something about, on our packages? Like, I know it takes a toll on the police officers to come to our houses and stuff and get these. I'd like to make a motion that we go to the police department. Can't do that.
That's not a motion.
I mean,
That's,
can we do that?
that's something we just have to look at.
Yeah, because see,
future.
right here, this is, I've been to council for 5 years, and it's the second package I got with my red house on it.
I'm sorry, what?
My red
You're
house.
saying a wrong address?
Wrong
Yeah, second one.
Like it was sent to the wrong address or they delivered it to the
Oh, they
wrong?
knew where I lived, but if it was a new one, they would have dropped it off at the 609.
So is the address labeled wrong?
Yeah,
Okay.
not the 301 Southeast Third.
Yeah, that's something you just need to get with
you
Rhonda
say
on
it's
with your address.
The what?
I might have pulled the wrong address when I made the label.
Okay.
So if so, I'm sorry. I'll
Yeah,
correct it.
301
we'll get
Southeast
that
Third.
fixed.
You been
Okay.
chewing on it?
I was trying to stuff in my backpack.
Okay, sorry, we will get
It's
your
okay.
labels
I just
corrected.
wanna
I'm
make sure.
sorry.
Thank
I wasn't sure if you didn't get it or, okay, I'm with you now.
I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Item number 4, consider purchasing employee health insurance or take other action.
Make a motion, consider purchasing employees' health insurance with community care.
Second.
Have a motion second, please call roll.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 5, consider purchasing employee telehealth insurance or take other action.
Make a motion, consider purchasing employee telehealth insurance with Revive.
Second.
Have a motion second, please call roll.
Wilson,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Item number 6, consider purchasing employee dental insurance or take other action.
Make that motion, considering employees' dental insurance with Delta.
Second.
Have a motion second, please call roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Item number 7, consider purchasing employee vision insurance or take other action.
Make that motion, considering employees' vision insurance with Standard.
Second.
Have a motion second, please call roll.
Butler,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Item number 8, consider purchasing employee life insurance.
Make that motion, purchasing life insurance with Standard.
Second.
Have a motion second, please call roll.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Item number 9, consider purchasing employee gap insurance or take other action.
Consider purchasing employees' gap insurance with Well Fleet.
Okay.
Fleet of trucks.
Have a motion second, please call roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Thank you again, council.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 10, consider the appointment of a voting delegate and alternate delegate for the Oklahoma Rural Water Association Board of Directors election during the ORWA annual meeting or take other action.
Council, I'd like to recommend Eric Jones as our voting delegate, and our alternate delegate be Joe McDuffie. Any discussion? Entertain a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Have a motion second. Please call roll.
Wagoner,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
North,
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Item number 11, consider accepting a bid and entering into a contract with the Darris Construction. That is an error on my part. That should be Drake Construction in the amount of $49,800 for storm sewer improvements in sections, labor only, per recommendation from Infrastructure Solutions Group, LLC, or take other action.
Council, this is what we voted on the city side as well. Have a motion by Ms. Renee and seconded by Butler. Please call roll.
North,
Yes.
Higginbottom,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Butler,
Yes.
Thomas,
Yes.
Wilson,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Wagoner.
Yes.
Item number 12, consider approval of contractor's pay application number 7 in the amount of $43,315 from Darris Contractors LLC for WAG 23-02 wastewater treatment plant headworks per recommendation from Infrastructure Solutions Group LLC, or take other action.
Council, the same we voted on the city side as well.
So made.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. Caleb will second it. Please call roll.
Butler.
Yes.
North.
Yes.
Wagner.
Yes.
Thomas.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Higginbotham.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Yes.
Item 11 is unscheduled public appearances.
None.
14 is departmental reports.
Anything you'd like to add, Eric? Done in the city.
15 is adjournment.
Make a motion with adjourn.
Second.
Have a motion.
Butler.
Yes.
Wagner.
Yes.
Wilson.
Yes.
Higginbotham.
Yes.
North. Thomas.
Yes.
Wright.
Yes.
Hamilton.
Meeting adjourned at 7:55.
Yeah, I double, like, page, Dr. Question cross. Before you had the, like, so they transferred over 2,500. This last dose I got. And I said, pay $100. And I'm like, okay. So I'll go back in there. She said, oh, no, I need you to pay, zero. Snap that.